3 days of shooting are down with 2 to go. I actually had my off day yesterday, so I had a ton of rest and relaxation. Definitely gonna talk a lot more about that in a second here. But at the end of day 3, I was feeling a little bit groggy in the morning. Didn't do super hot, I thought, on my first couple of stages. I had a weekend stage on the second one, and I was multiple seconds off pace.
If you're finished, unload.
Don't know if we can for the rest of the match. Had a couple of, it was just brain fog and your typical, fogginess and inability to really focus. But I think I really wrapped up really strong.
Stand by. Finish unloading shortly.
Stand by.
I was expecting to lose a few more points than I did on the first half of that match against the rest of the competition, but it turns out actually, in terms of the third place, I gained just a little bit off everybody else. A couple of others, like for example, Aaron shot a great day 3 and he gained about 12 points on me for the day. But I still have a decently healthy lead on most others. And Christian gained another 30 or so points on me on that day, so that's just the level of consistency that he's at right now and what I'm striving for. So we're gonna keep doing that on these last couple of days. This is actually day 4 for me, so I've got 6 more stages at 3 p.m. local time today, and then right into 6:30 in the morning again tomorrow, and that'll be my match. In my mind, it's 2 more local matches until the end of the world shoot. So when you think of it that way, I'm shooting 2 Brox matches and then we're done. So I'm just gonna keep on the gas, stay consistent. I think in the past there have been a couple of matches, multi-day matches, where on that last day I've got a pretty healthy lead, about the exact same as I have now, about 40 points or so, and I start to get comfortable and I want to coast into either that first or second place finish, and it's bitten me in the butt, especially at Ipswich Nats, for example. Exact same situation. Had a little bit of brain fog and said I'm gonna just take it easy and not make mistakes. What ends up happening is I think I just take it a little too easy and I don't really lock in. And then Brian came out of nowhere for the finish, right? He gained about 40 points, 50 points that day to take second place. So not gonna let that happen this time. I'm gonna keep going for Christian and then see where that lands me. Staying aggressive, keep going for him, and that should keep me competitive and aggressive throughout the rest of the remainder of the match. So I think that's gonna be good. Let's move on to the other topic. Our day off was so incredible, like so incredible. I don't know if you saw my story, you saw that I got to play with a 3-day-old lion cub, which literally, like, the strip was already made, but that just took it to the next level, if that was even possible. Like, that was just, I don't know, you can just hear it in my voice.
I don't have kids, do you?
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Miss Maybe can just stand that side for a better photo?
Yes, the lighting.
Yes.
Oh, it's great.
So I want to put a lot of, what I'll probably do is just overlay animal photos and videos across me talking this entire update, and you'll probably still have some footage left over at the end for some solo stuff. But yeah, that was just incredible. And I was a little bit worried when I went to this place. People have mentioned that handling a lion cub is illegal in the States for a good, multiple good reasons, both to protect them and to protect humans as well. And it was a little bit worried. I wasn't really thinking about it. I guess my presence of mind wasn't really there. I was just kind of excited to go, and I saw a couple of other people that had went. They said that the mama lion had a litter of 4, and for some reason or another ended up rejecting the last one. So we saw the mom with the other 3. For some reason rejected this last one. So when that happens, when cubs get rejected or litters get rejected, what they do is bottle feed that cub for 6 months, and then they put it back in with, not with the mom, because for whatever reason the mom will still will not accept that cub and will end it, but put it in with some of the other young ones for them to grow up together. So that's really sweet and that's really nice. Hopefully that is what happens. I ended up coming back home and thinking about it a little bit more in retrospect and wondering if that was, the case and all that. Just kind of questioning, because I love animals to death. And it just did some research and found a couple things, but I think there are a lot of bad places and there are some that are good, and I'm hoping and thinking that this is one of the good ones, so hopefully that works out really well. Oh, and by the way, we saw, it wasn't just the baby cub, they probably had 20 lions, tigers, and a few other animals. Tons of room to for them to run around. Obviously not like out here, but a lot more room than some of the other places that I've seen, even in the States. So it seemed like they had a really good area for them there. Fed them daily, fed them a lot of chickens and stuff. Again, you'll see the videos. And then a few hours after that, we actually ended up going to another animal conservation area. This place was like, it looked like CMP, the entrance. It was like paved, everything was like, you know, it looked like the Disney World of, I guess, like tiger and lion dens, but they had a lot more animals, a much bigger area. They didn't do any game hunting here at this location, so this was purely for animal conservation efforts. We saw, funny enough, my favorite animal were the hyenas. They looked a little bit weird, but they look a lot cuter than Disney portrays them in The Lion King, so those are super cute, and one of them was following me along. Thought it was my friend. He probably just thought it was food, but it's okay. We all have our like motives, right? But we saw a lot more lions, tigers. We saw a stripeless tiger, multiple lions. We saw lion couples that were by themselves in cages. So eventually they're meant to mate and make babies. And we saw what was it, a 3-month-old or 6-month-old giraffe? So really relatively short compared to some of the ones like in our backyard, for example. So it was definitely a little baby giraffe, and they were bottle feeding it, and you know, we didn't get to pet that one or anything. I think giraffes are a little bit more, you know, a little more scared and, you know, fidgety, but we got to get pretty close, maybe a few feet away. So that was super cool. But anyway, like yesterday was just a whole day of relaxation and seeing animals and just having a good time, really just resting in between these matches, because I was feeling, like I said, a little bit burned out after the third day. I think people just don't realize that we only shoot for 2.5 hours to 3 hours per day, but those 2 or 3 hours are super intense. Like, a lot of people from all around the world you're talking to, in terms of just the shooting, you shoot your stage, you load your mags, you watch a couple shooters, and then you're right back on the next stage. And so it's just really intense and a lot of brain activity going on. And I think 3 days of shooting with an opening ceremony at the front of that, the flight, the jet lag, I just found out that South Africa is very high, like the elevation is 5,000 or 6,000 feet, if I recall correctly. Someone said it's kind of like being in Denver, so the air is different. It's also their spring, so the allergies are affecting some of us, and I think that's something that we didn't think about either. And so all these different factors are just, you know, kind of weighing on you as you try to shoot this match. And so we're all really just, you know, doing the absolute best that we can out here. I think we're doing a pretty good job. And so, yeah, just gonna finish strong these last couple of days. And yeah, just go from there. My next update is going to be after I finish shooting, because I just won't have time after shooting today, coming back at 6 or so, eating dinner, cleaning my gun again, getting ready for a 4 a.m. wake up. Won't have time to do an update, but next time I see you guys, I'll be done shooting the match and I'll give you my thoughts. So I'll see you all then.
Here, buddy. Get up. Get up. Yeah. Go.
How often do they eat? 3 hours? Every 3 hours?
Oh, dude.
Right back to Mike.
There you go.
He loves
That's the way I
mine.
smell.
Mike the wine whisperer. How much does he weigh, do you bet?
6 pounds.
Mike, you're gonna have to stay here.
Oh my god. Yeah, like. Yo, like. That's. No, dude, that's awesome. Oh, that's so cute.
Feel good?
You wanna try? Oh, yo, it's like.
There, now.
You don't like white meat. He like dark meat. He like dark meat. There you go.
And look at this beautiful, beautiful kid. He's sponsored by Colgate. So he's got the strongest bite capacity. John Marie and myself, the lady ranger. We've got a big debate about jaw powers, but let's not go there. And you know what's the worst part? Humans think they created bondage. It comes from animals. Get
Damn, that's loud.